My name is Wilson, a young Kenyan. On this show, we're going to be celebrating young Kenyans across the world. But most importantly, we're going to be discussing about the political future of this country, the choices that we have to make for this country as young people so that this country can move forward. Most importantly, we have the general election coming either in December or in March next year. We have to make the right choices. And we have no options whatsoever. We have to make sure that we elect the right leadership if we really want to move this country forward as young people. And we have the power. The power is our vote. Everyone, wherever you are across the world as a young Kenyan, let's discuss with one another, let's inform one another, and let's make a collective decision to make sure that the leaders that we elect, from the president, from the governor, from the senator, from the county representative, from the MP, everyone who is going for elected person, let us vet that person and let's make sure we are not influenced by bribery, manipulations, propaganda from the politicians. Let's make sure that we make the right choices. This show is all about empowering and coming together as young people to inform one another, to share our views. And also, we're going to be informing the politicians, leaders, aspiring and current, that we are more informed now. And for you to get our votes, you have to tell us the agenda that you have for us. You have to table what you're going to do for this country if you're elected. We are tired of bad governance. We are tired of bad leadership in this country. And we want to make a difference. We want to make a change in this country. Karibuni sana. Today my guest here is Roy Ogolla. Hi Roy.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be the very first guest for the show.
Yeah, you're the very first guest. Yeah. So tell me, what do you do?
Okay. I do so many things. I'm an all-rounder. Yeah. But everything that I do revolves around the art industry. I'm a thespian, that means I'm an actor. I'm a filmmaker. And I do a lot of theater training. And also I'm a blogger. That is what I do in life. But then professionally, what I'm trained to do or what I'm supposed to be doing is community development. Okay. Yeah, because I have a degree in community development, Daystar University. Okay. Yes.
Welcome to the show. I'm so happy, man. You honored the invitation.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's for the young people, and if it's for the young people, I'm a young person, and I believe that anything that can make each and every single young person in this country have a different view of themselves is a good initiative. Yes.
You know, many young Kenyans are trying to struggle, doing different things. You know, some of them are not employed. You know, unemployment is very high in our country. So everyone is trying. They're actors, the guys who maybe want to be actors, the guys who want to be filmmakers, the guys who want to, all those things that you're doing. Where did you come from?
Disclaimer, I hope that this is not going to discourage you, and this is not going to make you view me differently. Okay, my life is a funny one. I'll try to summarize it up. I was born of a lawyer dad, accountant mother, both of who died while I was the age of 7 years old. And when both of my parents died, life changed. We were four in my family, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And life changed drastically. We had to move from our home in Donholm to go back and live in Siaya, my rural home with my grandmother. And I'll say that it's not been an easy walk, you know, from a point where you're being taken from school back home in a vehicle, then you have to start walking back and forth best to bring the best out of us. But unfortunately, my grandfather died, leaving me and my sisters, because my brother just joined campus then, with my grandmother. And unfortunately, things weren't as well. So I started paying my own school fees at class 5.
What are you doing? Are you stealing anything?
No. I was doing all kinds of menial jobs, mostly kulimia watu, kufyekia watu, and in shags. Yeah, you know, there is that kulima unaenda over the weekend. You spend 7 hours, kwanzia asubuhi 6 to 1, unapalilia mtu shamba, you're being paid 30 bob. Wow. Yeah.
You started hustling.
Yeah, started learning at that age. I managed to do my KCPE. I did very well. I got 587 points out of 700. I was called to Maseno High School. I couldn't go to Maseno because of lack of school fee. I came to Nairobi, Baba, to look for my friends, my family friends, my dad's and mom's friends and those guys. But they'd all moved on. All of them had moved on. I couldn't trace them, you know, having like stayed home for like 5 years after my mom's death. I was back in Nairobi. Things have changed. And I spent 1 year in the streets of Nairobi as a street boy.
You're a street boy?
Yes.
In Nairobi?
In Nairobi, street boy. Naweza kupeleka kila kona hii tao. Nakwambia. So I spent a whole year, and thank God, there's a day I was just traumatized. You know, I saw these guys come to base, you know, tulikuwa na base hapo Ngara. Come at Pongara mazee. They had guns and they had so much money, and I got scared. And I never got myself into crime when I was on the streets. I got really scared. I walked all the way to Muthaiga police station, and I just went and found some officer called Ngei. I told him my story, and he listened. So for almost a month, I was based at Muthaiga police station.
He was housing you, the guy?
No, not housing me. Mimi ni mfungwa. Yeah, but because I'm underage, I cannot be mixed up with other people. Yeah. So they're trying to find a way of helping me out. They're trying to get me into Mother Teresa's children's home. Yeah. So I was staying at the police station, but niko nalala katikati ya ofisi hapo hivyo nika na mattress na ka blanketi. Yeah. So what I will do is niko na mkasubuhi mabuzu wakishawasha ndani hapa hivi penye wao kauntiwa na penye wao kula, mimi ndo nawasha hizo nje. So one day what happened was this guy said, you know what, instead of having this guy here, let's take him to Kabete Children's Home, remand home, and as we wait to take him to court so that he can be given a children's home to go. So when I went to Maisa, I went to Kabete, and when I went to Kabete, Maisa, Mother Teresa's station, were doing some feeding program there, and that's the very first time I met Kimanzi. He was leading this team, yeah, Francis Kimanzi. He was leading this team of guys. I remember the names Tete, there's Odijo. Odijo is currently the coach for KCB, and I played football, and these guys liked me. And I found myself out of Kabete remand prison, and I was taken to Maisa. I was staying with Odijo in his house in Mathare North, Section 3. Played football with them. We went to Norway. We came back, and we were paid $200 when we came back. That money is what I used to go back to school. I went back home, went to a local day school, Shags in Siaya. Went to a local day school called Agoro Yombe. I told the teacher, you know what, Mwalimu Mimi, I was supposed to have gone to school last year, but I didn't. I have this money and I want to learn. It was in 2002, March, on March 3rd, 2002. And the teacher told me, fine. That was 13,500 was about. Took the money, gave me uniform, gave me books, I started schooling. So having paid my 13,000 for the first year, some other guy came, and this guy paid my school fee, and I was there. I was very happy. But then when they all failed, they all ran away. Yeah, so what happened was these guys, when they failed, they all left, and I went back to square one kinda. So again, having struggled that time in primary school, I just went on. So this time round, the good thing was that I was in school now, secondary. I'd learned a few things, new things. So I said to nianza kulima mboga, niko nalima mboga weekend nauza na vitu kama hizo, and God helped me, and I got my A-.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Still again. So the long story short is that I didn't manage to go to campus again because I had not finished paying my school fee at secondary level. I couldn't get my results and my certificate, so I had to delay. So I got into the art because I had the talent. Yeah. So generally, to all the guys out there, the thing is very simple. Never give up. Utoke Kibera, utoke Mathare, utoke Runda. As long as you're a young person in this country, number one thing for you to succeed in life, never give up. That's what I think I can tell them.
One principle.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Yes.
Keep going.
Never give up. Yeah. And then another thing is that never be timid. Never think. Okay, think positively. Don't do something thinking of what if I fail. What if I fail? What if it does not work?
You do it, you fail, you move
Do
on.
it, fail. And yeah, as someone said, it's better to try than never trying. Yeah. Yeah. If you try today, someone will tell you, you know what, it didn't work for you, but good trial. You learn from the mistakes that these other guys did. Yeah. So that's principle number one. Never give up and never fear to try. Yeah.
So there are guys asking me questions. I meet guys there, they tell me, you don't want to be an actor. I don't know how to be an actor. What's the starting point?
It's so easy to be an actor now in Kenya. With the revolution of TV, everyone comes to the theater today and becomes an actor, and they go on TV. I'm not that much old in the industry. This is my 7th year, but I can tell you that it was much harder to get to theater in 2005 and get a space as an actor than now. But I'll just tell you one thing. Theater, just like any other industry, needs determination. It needs discipline, and it needs the talent. You can be trained to be an actor. So that's why I'm saying talent is number 3.
Yeah.
But you have to be disciplined and to be determined. Because this is the only industry whereby utapata, you'll have to rehearse for 2 full months to do a show for 3 days. So if you're not determined, you cannot be able to go through daily rehearsals for 2 months only to do a play for 3 days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And again, if you're not disciplined, you'll end up that you'll be rubbing right people the wrong way. Yeah, discipline helps you not to rub the right people the wrong way. The guys who are in that theater industry who have been there, they might not be famous, but both your experience, if you end up messing up with it, they'll end up messing you because they know the right people. Yeah, and they'll tell people, you know what, you want, and they don't give you a job. Yeah, so that's the starting point. The talent is there, but talent can be nurtured, and talent can be made, and talent can be bought. Other people have bought talent, Yeah, but as long as you're disciplined, you're determined to get where you want to get, you will be there.
So if I'm an aspiring actor from Kitale, Mombasa, Murang'a, zina film zina za acting, nataka kukuja kustart, ndaenda wapi?
Number 1, usikuje. Anza. Usikuje. Kuna hii notion that Nairobi is the only place where art lives. Both don't. Let us. My main aim now is I'm trying to get art decentralized, mostly theater. I do a lot of theater training, as I said earlier, and I've gone as far as Kakuma refugee camp to train people. I've made movies with people in Kakuma refugee camp because it's only not Nairobi. You can make it anywhere else. Still lazima kuja Nairobi. Yes, Nairobi has the opportunities. We guys have, everything and everyone is here. But believe me, you can. Hapo Kitale penye uko, tafuta vijana wengine wenye walifanya drama wakiwa shule. Na hakuna kitu tunafanya saa hii. Azeni ya group watu 5. Ndio watu 5 peke yake. Ama watu 10. Jandikini maplay zenu. Endeni city council hapo ama muende wapi? Mwambie mko na government akufanyia. Wako na ma functions. Wafanyie. Hata kama mlipwi. Anza hapo. Kuja nayo pole pole. The next thing you know what will happen, from that city council jobos hizo nini, DC atawaona pale, DC wachukue government holidays, mwanze hapo. The other NGOs guys will come in and then try to do something that will impact your community positively. Yeah. So as that goes by, you never know. You'll end up having your own Hollywood in Kitale while people are still waiting for Hollywood in Nairobi. You'll end up having Mombasa. You guys are doing things there. So I think we need to decentralize art, and thank God that the new government system is going to give us this. And I hope that the government will actually decentralize everything plus art. Yeah. So because we have art centers in those various places. There are those government built spaces, uko ya my youth. Let's start from there. Then let Nairobi come for you. Because when Nairobi come for you, it's easier. Yeah. When they notice you and they come for you, it's easier for you than if you try and come to Nairobi and try to get noticed in Nairobi. Boss wako wengi. Wako wengi.
Maria ni wengi.
Yeah. But
get space. You have to know the right people also.
Mimi nakwambia, you go for auditions and you find you're like 700 people.
Nishaenda auditions by the way.
Yes. Mko watu so saba, as in 700 guys are there. You're fighting for roles.
They want maybe 5 people.
They want 10 at most. The director is there because you didn't know the time, or because someone sent you a message and there's an audition at, let's say, Film Studios. Then you've gone there at 2. There was someone who went there at 6 and is number 500. So you're going to be number 700. The director, you get into that room and I looked at you and like, you failed. Not because you're not talented, but because the guy is tired, boss. He's looking for 700 people, you know. That's the problem that we have, you know. So if we can have a situation whereby you can start where you are, and then let us come down there for you, get in touch, we'll get it. Yeah. That is what's happening.
True. Mm-hmm. The film industry,
yes,
according to me, I think it can be so big, even bigger than Nigeria and Hollywood. But I don't know what are the challenges and why aren't we getting it right in Kenya? Because I think I'm checking the local TV stations, very few Kenyan programs. Yes, we were saying, oh, Vision 2030, we have local content on TVs and stuff. Well, I'm only seeing soaps and stuff. Very few Kenyan programs. You see, as in the last time, I don't know where I can get a Kenyan movie. There was something which was called G2 Films. That's the only thing I used to buy. I don't know where I can go get a Kenyan movie.
The Kenyan film industry is suffering from one thing. It's called a lack of leadership. The Kenyan film industry lacks an institution that can steer it to be out of its dome. So easy Kenyan film iko kwa dome, imelala, it's a giant. And I'm saying this because the institutions that are there that deal with the local film industry have not formulated a policy. And you know one thing, if you don't have a policy, the government will never ever come on board for you. So the government supports the Kenya Film Commission, the Kenya Film Classification Board, the Department of Film Services. All these guys are funded by the government to develop the film industry.
And do they do it?
They can't because they've never thought of having a policy. Because you know, we are much better than Nigeria and South Africa when it comes to production.
Even on creativity. We have a lot of stories to tell. Man.
Exactly.
I need a movie about Nairobi. I need a movie about Buruburu. I need a movie about life in Dandora. I need a movie about, life in Muranga or something in Siaya,
Let me tell you something.
In Siaya, people have jokes, don't they have?
A lot of it.
So why don't we? I don't understand why.
Number one, what happens is the very for industry to grow, there have to be goodwill from the government to steer it. Kenya has had movies done here from as early as 1960s with Meryl Streep. I know you don't know that, but Oprah Winfrey shot a movie in Kenya with Whoopi Goldberg and Spielberg. Steven Spielberg shot a movie here. Gone by the winds until last year, the first grade on Maruge Kimani. We've had movies shot here. We've had films done with Nigerians and done with South Africans. But when they come here, they say,
I don't want to hear. We have had guys come in.
Yeah, I'm saying
short movies and
the Nigerians and South Africans tell you one thing. Kenya has what it takes to be the biggest film industry in Africa. Yeah. But Kenya cannot be that because we don't have a Kenya film policy. We don't have a guideline that says, for you to shoot a movie in Kenya, once you do this, you do this, you do this, we have this. In Kenya today, KRA will wake up and say, film equipment is going to be 100,000 tax on anything.
Quick question for you.
Yes.
So who is going to create this policy you're talking about?
We are creating one now because we've waited for these guys to create one. We've waited for the Kenya Film Commissions, the classification boards, and the Development Film Services to come up with a policy for us. We got tired. So we've got something called the Kenya Film and Television Practitioners Alliance, and we guys are formulating the Kenya Film Policy. We sat down, we have drafted it, we took it to the government, they looked at it, they gave us some lawyers, and as we speak now, our lawyers are supposed to be sitting down with lawyers from all those other departments who've been sleeping all of a sudden to help us come up with the policy. Yeah.
So you're telling me in the next, if I give you like the next 5 years, you're going to be saying, if that policy is in place, you're going to be seeing something very different.
Yes. Without the policy now, we've got some of the best best productions coming out of Kenya. The problem that is there is that the policy should also have a distribution channel.
Like we even challenged, because the other day I was watching Sugar.
Yeah.
And like it's superb, you see. But why can't we do like many Sugars?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We'll do Sugar. You know, let me tell you something, Wilson. It pains me. Sugar is on air today. Tomorrow you go down the streets, it's being sold for 50 shillings. Good. It's piracy. So in the same document that we're talking about, the Kenya film policy, we'll have a way of distribution channels, because what is lacking again is, even if you've made the movies, where and how do you sell them? You know, Nigeria has 150 million people. It only needs you to get 10 million people to sell your movie at 10 shillings and you'll be a millionaire. In Kenya, we are only 40 million people. And out of those 40, almost 75% are low-income guys. You can't expect me to sell them movies at 300 bob they'll buy. So we need to find out the appropriate ways of doing distribution for films, a cheaper way of doing distribution for films. So once the policy is out, we are going to sit down as an industry and call the various other stakeholders, various industries, and try and sit down and develop a distribution plan for Kenyan films.
I have a question for you. Do you think the guys in Bunge, including the executive, do you think they even know if there's something like the film, they know if the film industry of Kenya exists, or do you think they even think, you know, like we need to pass laws, or we need to do things, we need to invest in this industry because it has, like, it will turn around the lives of many young people in this country? Do you think they think about it, or do you think they give a them about maybe?
They don't. I'll say that they don't. They've not realized that the film industry is capable of getting Kenya more than 40 billion.
40 billion.
More than 40 billion. They don't know, per year, and they don't know that the Kenyan film industry can give up to 500,000 jobs.
It's possible.
It's possible because.
So like, I remember like the NAC government, when they came, they say we're gonna, I don't know, provide 500,000 jobs. So it's very possible.
It was, that one was, if they had concentrated on the creative industry, we could have had more than 2 million jobs created in the first year. And then they will have sat down and relaxed and said, you know, we promised 500,000 jobs in 5. We've already done 2 million in 1 year. Because look at it this way. For me to have a film, I'll have to get the cast, the actors, the guys who are seen on camera. Back home in the TV, you see them. But before that, there needs to be a crew. There have to be writers. There has to be a director. There has to be a producer. There has to be guys who are doing makeup. There's guys who will be doing lighting. Guys who are going to be doing props. Guys who will be doing the set construction. That's one film. You have got someone doing what? There's a cable guy. There is someone operating the generator. So if you take a point where you have got 10 films shot in Kenya in a year at different times, how many jobs are you creating? How many are you creating? Are you saying? Yeah. So it's possible. It's very possible. I heard yesterday one of these guys saying that he's going to look at the Kenya film industry and he's going to look at the creative arts industry. They always say that. They always say they're going to do something. They're going to give youth jobs.
What I'm looking for? What I'm looking for? Any politician who is saying I'm going to create jobs for you. I'm looking forward for someone who will come and tell me I'm going to create jobs for you. This is the way I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
So that as a young person, I'm able to evaluate your plan, his plan, the other person's plan, all politicians, and say, you know, this guy has the best plan for us. So, as I was asking, like, what do you think we need to get it right in Parliament? Elections are coming next year, or maybe this year, we don't know. What I'm saying is, how can we make sure that we have the right guys who are going to take, like, the film industry interest at heart, at Bunge, so that we have resources going to that industry, we have guys passing policies that are best for that industry. How are we going to get it right? Well, because I don't even think some of them in Bunge, they know about film.
Yeah, very few people.
Yeah.
Very few
because
people.
I'm looking at a situation where I see them giving donations, I see them going to Harambes, I see them doing all manner of things. I've never heard a politician who has donated even a single 1 million. Say I'm the richest person in Kenya or something. 1 million to Kenya National Theatre. I've never seen them visit Kenya National Theatre. Yes, I see them traversing across the country, going to across holidays. I want to see them go to national debt and say, oh, you know what, I'm donating 2 million, 10 million towards maybe to add more facilities and stuff, or to sponsor some classes. You know, we need. I also believe like we need to improve the industry in terms of training and stuff.
Yeah.
They say, you know what, me and my running mate, we're gonna donate 30 million instead of giving out on campaigns. We're gonna donate 30 million to Kenya National Theatre to build a school to train actors in this country. So how are we going to get it right?
With the Kenyan politics and Kenyan politicians, not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. We're not gonna see anyone develop an industry for us. And I talk from a point of a young man. Kama uko hapo nje, you're a young guy, please note, no one will come and change your environment for you. That's a fact. We are going to change it.
We have to do it.
We have to do it. I'm not going to wait for the next government to come in to give me a film policy. I'm already working on a film policy with a group of other people from KFTPA, and we are pushing for it to be enacted as soon as possible. We're giving ourselves 2 months to have it done. If you wait for someone to come to do something for you, it means you're comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you're giving someone else somewhere a chance to be better than you because they're going to work harder than you. So I want to tell the young people this. Number one, money will come. Money will come if we do things right. But money can come if we make the wrong decisions. Get those two differences. Money will come if you do the right things.
Money can still come.
Money can still come if we make wrong decisions. I mean it this way. I'll decide today that I want to vote for so and so. They'll come. They'll give me 1,000 shillings. It has come. The money is there. No. But then I can take the charge and question so and so to explain to me himself, his belief, and what he plans for this country and for me as a young person, and make sure that he does what he says he will do. Then I'll make the money because he'll have laid down the strategies for me. Okay? Yeah. So that is the most important thing that the young people of this country need to realize. It's enough with 50 shillings and changa and marijuana, base, kuchana. That's fine. You can do that if you think that's the best decision you have. But remember that that guy will just come to base, give you guys 100 bob, then you get lost. Or you can choose to get out of that base, go out there, look for what you want out of your next leadership, question them, give them terms, conditions, tell them, boss, unajua nini, hii kura nakupatia, you'll have to be answerable to it. Why should I give it to you? Yeah. Tell me. And I thank God that the new constitution has got something to do with the recalling of MPs. We're giving you 2 years, boss.
If you haven't done what we promised.
Kama hujafanya hii, unajua nini baba? Unaenda home. And believe me, that's the way to go. From there, if this guy lays down the foundation and the structure the way he said, then the youth in me will not go looking for a job. But if I come from Dandora, for example, if someone comes and tells me that they are going to make sure that all youth in Dandora get jobs, I'll ask him where
and how.
Yes.
Where and how.
Yes. Come and tell me, you know what? We've got how many youth centers in Dandora? 5 youth centers in Dandora. All of them are run down. I'm going to spend the first 1 year refurbishing all these youth centers. All of them. Then after that, we will equip all these centers with facilities so that wewe msanii, you can get to come here as a rapper and record your song at a subsidized rate. Wewe kama mcheza ball, you can come here, play soccer, na mcheze kimtani hivi, you never know what happens. Wewe kama dancer, kuna social center pale, we can have a monthly gig where you guys are going to showcase this. That will be different. Don't come and tell me ati mimi nakuja kuambia vijana ndawapatia kazi, then after that you give me a 50 bob. I'd rather not give me the 50 bob. As a youth, don't take that 50 bob, but insist on the long term. Period. Yeah.
Because one thing I discovered, we hire our MPs.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that many Kenyans have never discovered. We are the employer.
Yeah.
But what happens in Kenya, we are the employer who allows the employee to give us the job description.
Exactly.
And when you go for a job interview or something, they'll tell you these are the requirements, these are your duties and responsibilities, these are the qualifications, apply by this time, and then you're shortlisted, and then if you pass the interview, you go in.
And don't forget, you told this is your term of service. This is what you have to do.
Yeah.
And this is how we need it. Their timelines. Yeah, the timelines.
So in Kenya, what happens? Someone comes, we give them a job. You give someone a job because you don't even care what they're gonna do for you. We give them a job. So I want us to change the perception, and I want us to change the way we do things, such that we tell the MP, all these guys who are running, from governor, senator, MP, county representative, woman representative, the president, whoever and his or her running mate, we tell them, you know what, this is your job description.
Yeah.
Especially for us young people, we tell them, you know what, this is your job description. You want to be a governor, this is your job description. You want to be an MP, this is what we want you to do. You want to be a county representative, this is what you to do. President, whatever, mayor, I don't know, all these posts. Then from there, we tell you, these are the requirements.
Yeah.
We want you to be a person of integrity. We want you to be a smart person. We want you to show us, to demonstrate to us you have been a leader in there, doing something or something. Then from there, we tell them, now come for the interview. So we do aptitude tests. When you go,
vetting.
We do vetting, then we shortlist.
Yeah.
Then we do the first interview, the second interview, third interview, all through the rallies and through the engagements we have with these guys. So they come and tell us, me, I'm planning to do this, this is my plan, this is my plan, this is my plan. Then, all this time, through to the elections, now we make a choice. I don't know if we can do that.
Mmesikia hiyo ndio tunafaa kufanya. I think it's possible. We cannot probably get to the point of sitting down with these people and asking them the questions, but there are forums now that we can do this. Number one, there's the social media. All these guys are on social media. I think we can generate debate through that. We can do all this vetting on social media, and it's a vast platform. It's accessible, it's cheap, and it's easy, and you can get people together. I think we need to get that. The mainstream media in Kenya, and I'm going to say, sorry to say, but yes, the mainstream media in Kenya is compromised. Very compromised because of one reason. They are owned by the same people who are vying for this post, the people who, their relations on these things, they are controlled by these people. If someone is not owning a media house and someone has got a few stooges in media houses whereby they get the way the things they want done. So the mainstream media won't do it for us.
So we have to take it up.
But we can do it. We bloggers, we young people who can access Facebook, can access Twitter, we can